This has to be the steepest road I've ever driven. Absolutely madness. Too much for the van.
Feel a little bit of fear creeping in here.
I started slipping backwards. So my next stop is on top of that mountain over there, Tron. It's further away than it looks, but I'm thinking that should be pretty epic now that the weather is getting better. Alright, there you can see the mountain I'm going up on top of with the van. There's a road all the way up to the top there. That should be epic. Hope the road is open. Alright, gonna start climbing now up to the Tron mountain. Hope I can get up. I have no idea how this works. Guessing it's a toll road. I saw another Norwegian van lifer going up here once. Let's have a look at what it says. Doesn't say anything here. So this is the second highest road in Norway. I'm not really sure which one is the highest one. I think this is 1600 meters. We'll see how it works. This has to be the steepest road I've ever driven. I wonder what the grade is. Really steep stuff. Really nice little old farms in here, cabins and stuff. Pretty stuff. We got rain. Let's hope it's not thunderstorms. That would be kind of stupid. Wow, this is gonna be so epic. Now we're getting above everything here. Epic stuff. So steep. This is crazy. Absolutely madness. And we got pavement a little bit. Whoa. That is so steep. That is so steep. Some good campsites here. Honestly, that road up there with the switchbacks, that's got to be too much for the van. Looks absolutely madly steep. Well, one done out here. Got snöhetta. I take my chance? Head up there? Yeah, I think I gotta go. Yeah, gonna try to get up. Looks crazy steep, but can't be up here and not try. Can you? Changed my mind. I'm turning here. That is just too much. Too steep. Too steep for this van. But look at this view. I'm gonna find a place up here, this plateau here. So out there is Sølen, where I came from. Epicness. I'd of course change my mind and try again tomorrow. You never know. But now to find a cool campsite. Could camp right here. Alright, I ended up here, and I could see the Sølen Mountains out here, where I've been the last few days. And in front of me, you got Rondane, and all the way over here you have Snøhetta, Dovre. So, just epic views. Crazy. So that's probably the first time I've changed my mind and haven't gone all the way up. I could probably make it, but it didn't feel 100% safe, to be honest. I wasn't really sure if I would have been able to catch a slip if I started slipping backwards or anything. And also it was very shaky and bumpy, so I'm gonna leave that actually for when I have a four-wheel drive. So I need to get a four-wheel drive just to get up there, just to make sure. Or I could probably have aired down a little bit more. We'll see. Tomorrow, if the sun is shining, I might have a different set of balls on me here. Look at that though. That's gonna be my bedroom view today, towards Sølen there. Amazing. It's like when you're up like this, it's like those valleys in between, they don't exist. It's just like pure, like beauty, just big mountain plateaus. What a cool view from my bedroom. This way as well. So awesome. Okay, I see there's a van here that is a similar van to mine that went up this morning, but I still don't want to do that. It's smaller. It's getting dry and dusty now, so I'm gonna head down off this mountain and then I'm gonna head towards Jotunheimen, because there's a heat wave coming and I want to be high up for that. Don't really like this sweltering heat in the van. So it looks like it could be like 31, 32 degrees down in the valleys. So I'm gonna pop up on top. Kind of sad to leave this incredible view, but it's a little bit too many people coming through here. So gonna get out of this place and head over to Dovre and then south to Jotunheimen. This is Rondane. Might come back for Rondane later on. We'll see. This is the valley I came up yesterday. Incredible view. Just incredible. I'm definitely gonna have to come back here. Spend some more time. Just epicness. I don't know why I'm so impatient this summer. It's like when the weather gets good, I get super impatient. When the weather is bad, I can stay in the same place for a long time. This is now the steepest section of road I've ever driven, I think. I'm gonna try first gear actually for this. With my engine brake. Yeah, my engine is not strong enough to hold my speed. This is so steep. Probably doesn't show at all on the camera, but this is the steepest road I've ever driven. Wouldn't want to be here in winter, but it's probably not open, so look at that view of Rondane National Park out there in the distance, mountains. Down here at the bottom is Alvdal, Elf Valley. It's a very traditional place for Norwegians because the painter, drawer and artist Kjell Aukrust was from here, and there's a lot of memorabilia from his art in Alvdal. It's become somewhat of a tourist place now, or more like a travel hub. It's gotten quite domesticated. Incredible, beautiful buildings here. Ooh, this is so steep. I wonder if I'm gonna topple over. Look at this location they have up here. with this view. Fantastic. So this is Alvdal, and over there is Flåklypa. That tower there, that's kind of a monument or museum to Kjell Aukrust. So basically he made a lot of like animated films and stuff. I don't know all the details, but I'm gonna be driving past the real Flåklypa today or tomorrow, so that should be fun. Here's the store. Let's go and get some groceries. So it's 27 degrees now Celsius, and it's July 10th. It's 1:30, and I'm heading towards Jotunheimen to get up into the mountains, get some colder air, and cool off. Hopefully it's gonna get mighty hot over the coming days, and I'm not really a fan of hot weather anymore, so I wanna get a little bit cooler weather. So this is Folldal, gateway to Rondane National Park. Really cool place up here. This is one of the coldest places in Norway in winter. Deep in the valleys. Beautiful place up here. I love Folldal. Up front we have the Snøhetta Massive, Snowhood. It's the largest mountain outside of Jotunheimen. So it's a pretty significant landmark. You could see that mountain from up where I was camped. That mountain, Tronfjellet mountain, was pretty awesome. I'm gonna head back there at some point. This feels like Wyoming up here. Or Montana. If you watched the Troll movie from a couple of years ago, that troll came out of the mountain here in the beginning of the movie. This is Hjerkinn, and this is the gateway to Dovrefjell, Dovre Mountain, which is kind of like the legendary troll mountain in Norway. So this is Dombås. Big crossroads here. Everybody wants to stop here. Okay, I'm in Vågå. I'm gonna stop at the Circle K gas station here and pick up a package from Starlink. Got a new USB charging cable for the Starlink, so I can plug it straight into a USB-C port, and that should make it drain a little bit less than when I use the inverter. So just a short detour here, and pick up the cable, and then head up to Jotunheimen. Alright, so I'm back in Lom, and it's a ton of tourists here. But I'm going up to Jotunheimen. So it's 4 o'clock. I have no idea about how crowded or not crowded it is up there. I have a feeling it could be extremely crowded. Hopefully the toll road keeps some people away, but it looks like it could be really bad from the amount of people and vans and everything I see up here. Alright, it's time to turn off the Sognefjellsveien road and go up on the dirt road that is Leirvassdalen. And looks like there's much more snow up here than I anticipated, so that could be fun. I doubt there's any snow down in the valley, but I can see there's a whole lot more snow on the mountains around than I've seen before in summers, so could be fun. A lot of aggressive driving up here from Norwegians mostly. They're really in a hurry. Wow, a lot of snow. This is one of my favorite places, Leirvassdalen Valley. It's one of the gateways to Jotunheimen National Park. Yeah, so here we go. Okay. Into the beautiful valley. It's actually legal to fly the drone in here because this is not the national park yet, so I could do that. So this is the place where sometimes people are parked, and that really pisses me off. Alright. This is glacial runoff from all the glaciers in here. Leirdalen it's called, not Leirvassdalen. One of my favorite places. Toll road, and this is Passpay. That's a different website actually. Look at this stuff up here. I didn't remember this road being paved, so there's a lot of little parking spots down here, but I'm gonna continue for quite a while because I want to get higher up. I want to stay in the cold if I can help it. So this road is only allowed to drive for vehicles below 3.5 tons. So that kind of excludes a lot of RVs, larger ones. Look up here. There's a ton of glaciers up to the right. This is waterfalls coming off the glacier up there. Alright, we're starting to get into the beauty of it. It's stunning. Really stunning up here. I'm gonna keep climbing. I parked here in winter. I think it was right here. That's a good spot. Really nice spot. There is an endless amount of campsites to take from up here, so not worried at all. It's like every 100 meters or so there's something amazing. But I want to get all the way up there to the end of the road that you can see to the right. Alright, we're gonna run into a cow stampede. That's always interesting. They're a little bit hard to push. And this car in front of me is very careful. You need to push the cows a little bit, or they won't move. This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. You're too slow. Push him. These are some funny, lovely cows. But they're probably bulls. Very cool. This one is gonna touch me. There's a cow. Do you remember I went skiing up here? That was in winter when the roads are closed. Now it's open. I'm hoping to find a camp spot basically just above the corner here with the view of the glaciers and stuff. Alright, this is Leirvassbu, and I'm gonna turn around and go down. Look at this shit show here. Wow. Just gonna turn here, and this is pretty nice. So this is nice and cool up here, so I might have to stay here for a bit. I'm just below the highest mountain in Norway, which is up there, Galdhøpiggen. You cannot see it from this side, but there's a couple of glaciers. There's glaciers in here and beyond here, and there's a big one out here. So, epic stuff. Can't complain about this. Alright, let's shake some of this dirt off here. some groceries. Broccoli, bananas, red lentils, peaches, or whatever they are. Just got to align my Starlink, I think. Here's the Starlink cable that I picked up. And now I'm gonna make some dinner, which is gonna be a quick salad, I think. I'm a little bit tired after all this driving. It's been a long day. How about this view for my broccoli? Lovely. Let's just hope this area here doesn't get crowded with tent campers. Exceptional. There should be a glacier coming into view over here as well. Sun-dried tomatoes. Garlic in oil. Leafy greens, lemon juice, and the chickpeas. Some salt. And that's about it. That's good. So being able to sit up here with an open door in Jotunheimen, that's pretty rare. It's usually very cold up here, and it's gonna get down to around 10 degrees. But right now it's super comfortable. I'm guessing like 18 degrees or something. And what a spot. Fruit. Here's the view out my bedroom window. Really awesome. Looks like there's fog coming in. Fast moving fog. Well, look at this morning. Wow. That's pretty amazing. Morning and cheers, my friends. It's a beautiful morning up here in the mountains, and it's 10 o'clock, and I'm gonna stay up here for a few days. Don't know what I'm gonna do yet up here, but I have a lot of work to do, and I need to change my insurance to get a higher mileage on the van. So that's about it. A lot of cars coming through here because of this beautiful day, and a lot of people are coming up to climb Kyrkja, the church mountain up here. Anyway, cheers, my friends. Most important meal of the day. Alright, it's July 11th, and my beautiful spot. I'm leaving it because I'm heading up to Lervasbu again to go hiking. These days are just way too beautiful to stay in the van. I need to get out and see this amazing Jotunheimen scenery. So I'm gonna head up to Lervasbu. Hopefully I'll find a good spot to park. It's only gonna be for the day, I think. Or if I like it up there, maybe I'll go and pay to stay until tomorrow or whenever. We'll see. It's just a bluebird day today, and 26 degrees Celsius it says in the van. That is probably not correct. I'm thinking it's around 20. It's pretty cool up here. You can see people are walking on the snow over there. So definitely more snow than I'm used to up here. but I'm usually here in August, so now it's early July. Alright, so the goal for today is Kyrkja, that mountain there. Never been up there, although I've been in this area many times.
There's a lot of snow up here now, so I brought my ice axe and my micro spikes. The people at the lodge here said it was not needed, but now I got it, and a little additional weight is good for the workout. So just a lovely day. I'm wearing shorts and t-shirt. I have brought a jacket, a puffy and a fleece with me because it's the mountains and it gets cold unexpectedly, and we're gonna walk across a bunch of snowfields as well. So here we go. Just a dirt road for the first few hundred meters here.
Still a lot of snow and ice up here.
Right, gonna head out here now and off the dirt road. So to get here to Kyrkja, you have to drive the Leirvassdal road, and it's a toll road. It's 150 Norwegian kroner to drive past, and I'm pretty sure you can just park at the lodge if you're gonna hike up here. That's the unwritten rule, even though it might be signs that say you're not allowed to do that. I think they accept you doing that. And I'm a little bit late to start today, so I'm gonna have to walk in some wet snow patches. It's kind of smarter to be on the earlier side so you don't have to get wet, but of course it's more slippery in the morning. Anyway, a little bit of a climb now first, and then onto that edge, and then much more climbing.
Out here is the Hurungane Mountains.
So now I'm gonna drop down to the ridge here, climb this edge, and on the backside there, look at this amazing view here. Absolutely stunning. So if you don't want to fall in like a snow ditch, stay away from the rocks because they always have weaker snow around them that has melted, so I prefer just going in the loose snow. My head is getting so hot under my ball cap here. All right, taking a little snack break here.
Maybe that's a fast and good way down. Probably just slide the whole way.
Still a very long way to go.
Water.
It's time to start the climb. That's a long way up. Hope I'm in shape for this. Looks amazing though. This behind me here is very, very steep. That's a drop into the abyss. First steep part is done. I believe there's a proper climb up there. This is Jotunheimen at its finest. But there's too much snow now to do some proper backpacking. All right, so this is the climbing section, I believe. Probably here with a lot of exposure. Or maybe here. Either goes, I'm pretty sure. We'll see. Gonna put away my camera for this. It looks steep from here, but I think maybe there and upside like that could work. Yeah, let's go. Well, it wasn't too bad at all climbing up, but going down is also gonna be part of the story. So I don't know how much more climbing there is here, but could be more. That's probably the climbing they're talking about up there. That looks harder. Pretty amazing view. That is steep. I can feel a little bit of fear creeping in here. What a place though. Alright, so I left my backpack and I climbed up that stuff. Not difficult climbing up it, but it's gonna be very sketchy going down. But I think I'm nearly at the summit now, so I have no choice. I have to go down again. So. So I didn't bring my good camera because I left the backpack there, but I have this DJI Pocket 3 just to document that I've been up. Wowzers. That's it. Summit of the church. Yeah. This is the highest point, but
there's a cairn down here. Not gonna go down there, I think. Now, this over here should be Galdhøpiggen, I guess. That one maybe. Wow. Incredible. So that was only 10 minutes up from where I was sitting having my lunch break. And this is the highest point. This one. Funny how it's dead quiet up here right now. It was a little bit more windy down in the wall, but here it's pretty nice. Put on my little jacket here. Incredible. Incredible. This is where I started from. And this is all Jotunheimen in all its glory. So cool. Got Spitastulen out here in this valley. That's a good starting point for hiking Galdhøpiggen. So it's 4:30 now. Took me 3 hours to get up here. And it's time to head down now. And I don't know how long that's gonna take. But I need to get off this mountain here. Take it slowly back to the van. So basically this is the Kyrkja hike. And it's pretty awesome. And on a good day like this, the views are just incredible. So do it if you feel like doing it. Let it be if you got a fear of heights. I can highly recommend it. But not for the faint at heart. The views though. So beautiful. Well, I made it down that part. That's a very exposed area. The drop is just crazy outside here. There's also a trail that follows the rocks around there, and I think it's maybe a little bit easier. Not sure. There's a cairn going around there though, so yeah, you might want to take a look. There's my backpack. And I got one more sketchy part coming up. that I have to climb with a backpack. There's another herd of reindeer out on that glacier there, way out. Alright, I need to do a quick glacier count from where I'm sitting. I would have seen many more if I had filmed this from the top of the mountain, but this is looking southeast. So 1 glacier, 2 back in there, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, way back in there, and then we got 8, 9, back here 10, then we got 11, 12, we got 13, we got 14, and behind there 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19 over there, and then way out in the back there is number 20. And there's a few more that I don't know if they're glaciers or if they're just snow fields. So let's call it the 20 glacier view. Alright, came down this as well, or rather I came around here, and it is much easier than it looks from below, luckily. So that's the sketchy climbs done, but this is when it gets dangerous, when you start relaxing. So need to take it slow. Maybe I should glissade. Okay, I glissaded down this, and that's where my ice axe came in handy to use as a brake. That was so much faster than going in the rocks the last few meters there. Now for some glacier water. Water comes from that glacier field there. That's the purest, most amazing water I've ever tasted. straight off the glacier behind me here. That's what people pay tons of money to taste. This is the real deal here. No need to filter in Norway.